I decided to run away from home. And that decision came from a thorough beating I got from one Mr. Maina. 4 days earlier, Mr. Maina made an executive decision: we need to eat chicken. And being the only son, he sent me to do the manly thing of throwing away the feathers in the pit. Raised amongst girls, I was proud. Look at them. So I was happy. I wanted to show the unaspiring superhero what they do at night. But rumor had it, there's a leopard prowling in our shamba every other night, and there was chicken to prove, dead chicken. So in the dark, I walked majestically. I was showing the macho me to the girls. Nakuja sahi. And one of my sisters, she's hiding somewhere there, decided to pull that prank and scare me. And I threw the feathers and ran back into the house, just behind the house. Mr. Maina asked me, "Umetupa?" I said, "Umetupa?" I said, "Yes." And I went to bed. He, being the king of the castle, went round the shamba, and he called me. He said, "Wahome, come. Hizi ndio umetupa?" And before I could explain, he picked a plank of wood and gave me a good beating. I was disappointed. I was heartbroken, and I was a broken man, rather boy. I tried to cry, I just couldn't. I couldn't understand how superheroes do this to their interns. So I came up with a plan, just to run away from this negativity. I just couldn't take it. And sometimes, as a young boy at 9 years old, you don't think through the plans. I ran away from home. First day, second day, third day, I realized I had nowhere to go. So I came back home to find a worried yet happy family. Everybody was scared and happy at the same time. And Mr. Maina, being the head of the home and had the monopoly of violence, he took it to me to know stupidity will not be entertained in that household. And from that point, I purposed to hurt him. Running away was not a solution. He'd find me wherever I was, even in heaven. So running away was not a solution. I decided to fail on purpose. In school, I started failing. Exams came. At times, I didn't feel the answers. And eventually, to salvage my grades, he took me to Naivasha boarding, just to give the best that money could afford for him then. And in Naivasha boarding, I was shocked to find the teachers were equally happy to break and subdue anyone who was not willing to toe the line. I pleaded with my parents. I pleaded with my siblings to talk to my parents. But life as is, inaitwa kuzoea. So accept and move. Months turned into years, and I lost myself in my stupidity. It became a life purpose to fail. I didn't put effort. All I excelled in was sports, and that's what I knew how to do best, because there was no supervision in that. Went to high school, cleared school, and did go to several colleges. And I've done so many courses, from aeronautical engineering to hairdressing. And finished a few. And every time he asked, "Will you do this?" I didn't say anything. I said, "Okay." Tour guiding? Okay. IT? Okay. But I'd lost myself in that. I was busy messing my future in the name of payback and revenge. 2008, I fell in love with a woman called Sharon and realized God loves stupid men. If a woman can love me, I mean, God is real. And years into it, we didn't get a baby. Miscarriage after miscarriage after miscarriage. And I thought to myself, maybe it's God payback. And karma was coming in fast. 2012, September 11th, Sharon went into labor. As a first-time daddy, I was jittery about it. I just saved enough from what guys told me, ukiwa tu na pesa ya hospitali, uko sawa? Uko sawa? So I took her to hospital, and 24 hours later, she was still in labor complications. So we had to transfer to another hospital. And before they could do the surgery on her, I had to pay some amount of money, of which I didn't have the enough amount they wanted. But eventually they actually did take me in, or rather take her in. And the next day when I came in to see my baby, bundle of joy, my wife, I passed by the reception. I got a hefty bill, a very, very hefty bill. And it was broken down into specifics that I couldn't understand or read out loud. And learning to survive through the stupidity, I walked into the ward smiling, happy. At the back of my mind, I didn't know what to do or who to tell. So we were chatting and making silly jokes with Sharon. Then my parents came in. And we chatted with dad and mom, and they were happy to see the new king. And my dad and mom left and came back and told me they'd cleared the bill. I was broken. I was happy. I was sad. Being a first-time father, you don't know what to expect. Now it dawns on you, the same mistakes can be repeated by your son. Stupidity has a cycle, so to speak. So and after that, it took a lot of soul searching. And after roughly about a year, I decided to face my past. I cannot always be running from it. So I went home, met my dad, and I just wanted to pour out the anger, the frustrations, the things I've been feeling. And I told him the version of my stories and showed him the scars on my feet, my back, the good beating that I got. He was shocked. He didn't know he took it to that level. He was remorseful. He was sad. And he was happy at the same time I came. And he told me his version of events. Having an only son, run away from home, what do you expect? Was I to be welcomed by Zangalewa dancers dancing for me coming back home? Punishment was to be met instantly. We shared a tear or two. I really didn't keep count, but I'll ask him. And it took me back to 1993. The tall, very funny policeman I knew. The superhero who used to do important things, pay school fees, do these good things like buying chips for his children and such things. And I came to love and adore that man. And respect him much, much more. And ask for forgiveness for the lost years. Now that I'm a father, I want the best for my children. As we move forward, he's the ultimate hero for me. Thank you.